Hello, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from the Nobes, the turf fields here on Nobadeer Farm Road, as we welcome the Falmouth Clippers over to face your Nantucket Whalers Girls Varsity Soccer team. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports here in the NSC on YouTube across the world. And locally, of course, right here on NCTV on channel 1072 in HD. Happy to be hanging out with another great NHS student crew, Adriana and Santiago, on your cameras. They will be your eyes on the field. And, of course, we have the maestro, our wizard, our Whalers wizard, Mr. Charles Douglas, making sure everything looks cool and works, most importantly. We are outside here once again. The Whalers are 4-4-2 after a dramatic come-from-behind win Saturday afternoon against a highly ranked St. Mary's Spartans squad. The 2-1 win over the 18th-ranked Spartans have the Whalers thinking of playoffs. The Clippers are 2-6-2 on the season and come into today's match looking for a season sweep of Nantucket. They won 2-1 back on September 4th off island. And before we get to our game preview, I do want to thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers Athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Want to welcome you back to the Nobe here as we get set up for the Falmouth Clippers taking on your Nantucket Whalers. It was a grand day on Saturday as both the boys and girls soccer teams won. In our second ever live broadcast of a Whalers soccer game, the Lady Whalers put on a second half clinic against St. Mary's. Stellar defense in front of goaltender Madden Myers, who had an absolutely great game facing over double-digit shots on goal. The Whalers were able to score 2 second-half goals after the Spartans took a 1-0 lead early on in that half. Harper Lebrecht got the Whalers on the board with a great individual effort right in front of the net, heading the ball to herself and then punching it in past the St. Mary's goaltender. And Emma Woodbury played hero on a crossing pass later on in that second half. Well contested by the defender, but fortunately for the Whalers, she stayed with it and was able to get 2 shots on net, the second of which found the back of the net to give the Whalers the lead, and Myers and the defense held on despite a couple of late runs by the Spartans. And Nantucket will look to keep its momentum going as they are 3-1-1 in their last 5 games after starting the season 1-3, including that second game loss to this Clippers team. The Clippers are heading in the other direction, unfortunately, as they are 1-5-1 coming into tonight's matchup and are currently ranked 50th. So they could certainly use a victory over a slightly higher-ranked Whalers team as they try to get back in the win column. The Whalers come in ranked number 39 as of this afternoon, the most recent MIAA power rankings. I was able to run into Rich Brannigan Sr., not Junior, who, of course, is the coach of the boys squad, who was off island to face Falmouth today. And he gave me a complete rundown of the other game on Saturday. Again, a great come-from-behind win for the boys as they took down a very good St. Mary's team as well, coming from 2-0 down and ultimately winning on a own goal as his grandson was able to get credit for the goal. And on a throw-in, it was headed in by the defense, and it counts as an own goal. So great stuff from both soccer teams. Once again, we are proud to be coming to you live from the Nobes, as we're calling it here, over at the turf fields. And we should be getting underway here shortly. We had a little slight delay with the referees getting here, of course, but yeah, so let's take a minute here and have a look-see at some highlights as we put together a little reel of our girls taking on St. Mary's and ultimately coming up with a 2-1 victory. Have a look. Along the far side, advancing in, stays with it. Here's a crossing pass, tackle made. Myers dives on it. Great play. She makes an advance on the defender. Rose still keeps it, looking across. Does so. Lebrecht there with the header. Shot star! Stick to itiveness by the Whalers. Here's Lebrecht inside. Shot. Oh, just off the mark, kept in play. Shot. Stars! Woodbury stays with it and able to ward a couple of defenders off, and she finds the net for Nantucket. Shot. Save made by Myers. What an effort by Madden Myers.
Here's your NSC Whalers play of the game.
Down 1-0 against the St. John Paul Lions. Let's see if they can come back here in the second half. Whaler there to stop that kick. Sept Lebrecht, the senior forward, gets it over to Chelsea Gross, the co-captain. Oh, look at that shot. We got a tie ball game, folks. We got a tie ball game out here at Nobadeer Farm Field from point blank range. Number 9, Maya Johnson. She missed her last shot just over the top bar, but not that time. Let's take a look at the replay from that one. Boom. Point blank range for Maya Johnson.
This NSC play of the game brought to you by Highline Cruises, providing Nantucket and the Islands high-speed ferry services for nearly 30 years. It's HighlineCruises.com.
Want to welcome back to the field as the Whalers get their final prep from head coach Doug Lebrecht in his 4th season now at the helm of the Whalers program. Again, looking to make the playoffs for the first time in his regime. They were just outside that top 39 who could make it with a better than 500 record. They currently stand at 39. So, and again, need to keep winning here or hang tight with some of these bigger schools and things will take care of themselves as the numbers go. But I was very impressed personally at the stick-to-itiveness and just they were committed to Doug's astute coaching and stuck to their game plan, and were able to come from behind once again and come away with a huge victory over a highly ranked St. Mary's team. They were 18th at the time. They dropped down to 20 this past rankings that came out this morning, and nonetheless a very quality victory, and again came from behind as well, showed character and certainly some offensive prowess. And again, I didn't even mention that they were playing without 4 of their key players, and will also be without senior Sutton Lebrecht tonight, as she is serving it's turning into a multi-game suspension for a red card against Sandwich, and unfortunately will be without her talents tonight. But we do have Maya Johnson back and Dylan Damian back in the lineup, and we'll see if Gabby Nikolova is able to go tonight. She was injured, but the Whalers did it with some of the JV players stepping up. One of the JV captains, Perry Devine, played significant minutes. Rosie Sullivan, number 48, also played significant minutes. And again, unofficial tallies of shots on goal, I had the Whalers with just 7 shots on goal. 2 of them found the net. So very efficient on offense, and they will have to be like that again today. Again, if they can avenge the 2-1 Falmouth victory off island. Again, second game of the season. Again, the Whalers had a bit of a slower start, but have turned it on here of late, as I said, winning 3 of their last 5 and have a tie in there as well. And the lone loss was a 1-goal affair as well. So much improved play here from the Whalers squad, and they will look to take down a team coached by Jenna Nolte with 5 seniors on it. And again, they have been headed in a different direction. Just 1 win in their last 6 games. And they did, however, come up with a tie against the Vineyard, who has a quality squad, in their last game. So it was a 0-0 tie. We'll hope we see a little more offense here this afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous day. A little more breeze than there was on Saturday. It was a scorcher on Saturday. Just no breeze, flat air, which is certainly a rarity in the fall here on Nantucket. But a little more of a breeze, but a beautiful sunny day here from the Nobe. And as you can see, the Whalers getting their final chat in here as we get all set for some soccer here. A couple of yellow jerseys out there finally, and here comes the whistle. As you see Madden Myers walking back to defend the goal to the right of your screen. It'll be Whalers working from the right to left. The Clippers with Victoria Chabarbi in net, number 1, wearing the light blue jersey. Falmouth in the white will be moving from left to right on your screen. 40 minutes on the clock. It'll be running time. We'll see if there's anything extra. Hopefully not, as that would mean some sort of injury or something else. And it'll be Falmouth to put it in play here from the midfield stripe on the W. Whalers Nation, are you ready for some soccer? Thumbs up from the referee, and the Clippers put it in. The ball headed to the sideline right in front of us. And out of play to Nantucket. They'll have a throw in as Emery Bouchard tosses it in. Woodbury passes it over to Harper Lebrecht. Chelsea Gross right in front of us. Plays it. Falmouth with good defense. Incidental. Play on here as Gabby Nikolova, number 6, on the field. Here's Lebrecht up ahead. Whalers in control. Here's Gross with Maya Johnson up ahead. She's going to need some help. Waits for some helpers. Evades one to the outside, far side of the field. See if she's able to get across here. She does play across. Well defended by Falmouth initially, but she'll get to it. And a whistle will be against Nantucket for some contact there. Free kick upcoming for Falmouth. Nice advance by the Whalers there as they were able to get it to the far side of the field, and Johnson was able to try across and intercepted there initially. Falmouth plays it ahead. Kicked ahead, but out of bounds off the Whalers, so it'll be a throw-in for Falmouth. Quickly thrown in, but right to a blue jersey here. Up ahead. Chabarby able to play it. And she'll look to put a leg on it here. Short kick against that wind. But Falmouth able to get to it. Gross able to get to it for Nantucket. Chelsea with a interception here momentarily. Up ahead, Whalers defense there. Off the Falmouth player and out of bounds. It should be Whaler throw-in here. As once again, Bouchard able to play it off the Falmouth offensive player. Gross looking for Woodbury, unable to connect. Crowell here in the center, looking to make a move for Falmouth as they play it over the midfield stripe. Quickly defended by the Whalers. Deflected up and out of bounds. Once again, throw in upcoming for the Clippers. Just underway here from the Nobe. No score as the Clippers put it in play here. Little give and go, intercepted by Lebrecht. She looks to advance, defended well, double teamed here as Harper Lebrecht unable to get to it. Gross tries to help out. Once again, ball coming up right in front of us here as number 13, Molly Andrade, able to play it ahead. Lebrecht gets to it and boots it all the way through. That's Skylar Plurd, number 2, able to get to it for Falmouth, but here's the defense by the Whalers able to get to it here. Overrun by number 11, one of the seniors, Scarlett Oberton. And getting to it on the outside is Johnson. She plays it ahead. Maya Johnson on the run here, far side corner. She's got Gross if she needs her. Makes a play, crossing pass inside, deflected and grabbed easily by Chabarby. So good defense by Falmouth. Nice run by Maya Johnson on the far side. Played up through the initial line and intercepted by the Whalers. So Nantucket has controlled possession here early on. This one goes all the way through. Once again, Chabarby able to scoop it up. No score. Still over 30 minutes to play here in the first half. Controlled by Andrade. Up to midfield. Headed up. Nikolova able to get to it. Here's Lebrecht. Off the Falmouth player once again and again. But staying with it is number 11, Scarlett Oberton. She draws a whistle, and it'll be Falmouth to kick it in here right along the sidelines in front of us. So good job by Oberton to stay with the play. And ultimately draws a free kick here as it's number 16, Zoe Burns, to put it in for Falmouth. Good kick right to the top of the box. Whalers able to clear it out of harm's way all the way back to midfield as we can hear an airplane flying over the top of us here. That was the first real offensive play there, albeit very quick. Schroeder able to get it up. Johnson looking for some help. Wrestling down was Chelsea Gross, unable to get to it. Whalers again in position to intercept the initial pass from Chabarbi. And Nantucket's there again, keeping it inside that Falmouth end. Oh, nice play by Lebrecht to retreat and get to the ball, tip it away from the Falmouth offensive player. There's an opportunity. Gross going to try and outrun the defense. Chelsea Gross able to get to it. Makes a move around one and gets tripped up just outside the box. That is a good spot for Nantucket here as Gross makes her way to her feet. So she is okay. That was a good that could have been a card there, but good move by Chelsea to evade the defender, and unfortunately the victim of a trip up here. So she will put it in play just outside the box here. First real opportunity for Nantucket on an indirect here. Whalers get it set up here. This is a close quarters corner kick here. Good pass in front. And a little miscommunication there as Chabarbi has to dive on it. But they avoid anything catastrophic as the Whalers unable to take advantage of close quarters kick there. Chabarbi unable to get it very far, however, as Falmouth looks to get it out of their own end here. It has been Whalers in possession almost the entire first 10 minutes, and another steal here by the Whalers. Johnson advances, circles back, crosses it into the box. Played out by Oberton, and the Whalers are in a retreat mode here. Here's an advance by the Clippers. Shot. Oh, just wide as it spun just out of the reach of Madden Myers. Good shot there by number 10, Ella Baraktaris. I apologize for the pronunciation there. And Falmouth once again gets to it here. Nice defense and good smash all the way beyond the half midfield stripe here, as the Whalers were able to deny it, and out of bounds. It'll go to Chelsea Gross, who gives it up to number 12, Emery Bouchard, who will try and get it to Gross. And she will get to it. Chelsea crosses it. Here's Woodbury, makes a move to the right. Good defense, as that will head out of bounds. Another throw in for Nantucket. 30 minutes to go here in the first half. No score. Here's Lebrecht. She's warded off. And Falmouth looks to advance. Little give and go. Whalers are there at the midfield stripe, and here's Harper. Unable to get to it. Oberton plays it. Up ahead. And here's Maya Johnson off the foot and out of bounds. A multi-sport athlete, Maya Johnson. Throw in. Poked away, and here's the Whalers advancing. Out of bounds, it'll be again a throw in for Nantucket here. No score. We're 10 minutes in. Oh, throw in for Falmouth, actually, off the Whalers player. I stand corrected. Also, a Falmouth throw in here as it advances just short of that midfield stripe. Nikolova able to get to it. Nice play by number 6. Nice to see her back on the field. She was one of the 4 missing players from the first game, or the game on Saturday, I should say. Nice little give and go there. And staying with it. Again, Falmouth with the advance here. Whalers got to retreat. Crossing pass goes all the way through. Scrum for the ball. Falmouth still controls. Blocked by the Whalers defender, Escobar. She was key in the Whalers' second half. Came up with a couple of great plays. And it'll be Myers staying and getting her defenders in position here as the Clippers now have their second real advance here with a corner kick upcoming. Played in, hits the ground, Nantucket's there. As Gabrielle Bento tried to bend one over to the corner and out of bounds it went. Back over to Nantucket for the throw-in. And Nantucket gives it right back. As Falmouth will now have a throw-in. Their third real possession inside Nantucket territory. They nearly had a goal off of a shot that just bent just a bit outside by number 10 for Falmouth, the senior Ella Baraktaris. Nice footwork by Molly Andrade there, but Whalers come away with it. Chelsea Gross played off nicely. Bento able to get a foot on the ball, and here's an advance ahead by Falmouth. Shot on Myers, right at her. Molly Andrade unable to get any angle on the shot, and the Whalers play it up to midfield, but that's where the advance stops. So some early energy here by Nantucket, but Falmouth has controlled possession here after about 10 minutes of solid activity in their own end. Spin move and an advance. Johnson tried to make another move through the second line of defense by Falmouth, but unable to do so. She gets it right back, however. Plays it across as Chelsea Gross makes a run for it. Booted ahead by the Falmouth defender, and here's a little chip. Here comes a cross. And Harper Lebrecht is there, unable to control it, however, momentarily as the Whalers get it out of harm's way. And here's Chelsea Gross along the sideline right in front of us. She makes a run up ahead. Wards off the defender, Bento, and makes a nice move to avoid her. Gross continues. Good use of the body by number 23. Here's a cross over the head. Still alive. And good defense as it's played out. A couple of players collide with the ball in between them. Shot hits the post. Oh. Good opportunity for the Whalers. Let's take another look at it. As you can see, a good play by Johnson. She chips it in and just off the crossbar. Beautiful play by number 9, Maya Johnson. And intercepted. That's Lebrecht getting in front of it. Schroeder unable to play it cleanly. And the Whalers retreat as the ball's played out to the midfield stripe. Falmouth on the run. And out of bounds it goes. Whalers will get a free kick here. Again, nice to see number 6, Gabby Nikolova, in the game here. She's out for the moment. Ruby Stedman, excuse me. Emma Woodbury on the fly, trying to run it down. Falmouth plays it over. Here's Bento. Gross able to get a leg on it. And she gets another leg on it, unable to keep it in play. Oh, nearly connected as Harper Lebrecht able to get to it, but slight misconnection. There's a misplay by Falmouth, so it'll be Whalers with a throw in. Bouchard to toss it in. Dylan Damian, number 22, comes in to spell Woodbury for a moment. Great hustle by Woodbury to keep it alive here as the Whalers look to get another advance. Gross plays it up. Good physical play along the sideline here as Dylan Damian gets right into the mix. Here's Harper Lebrecht. She looks to cross. Johnson trying to chase it down. Great effort by Maya Johnson, number 9, all the way across the field. She gets to it. Good individual move to find some space. Here's a cross. Whalers unable to connect. Quick retreat. And back to Escobar. Nice move to advance it. Escobar retreats, and Myers way out of net. Plays it up our way. Look out. Thank you, number 7. Mary Alice Siegert able to save our camera equipment as the ball headed right towards us. Here's a throw in for Falmouth. Over the head of the initial defender. Makes it all the way to the white jersey there, number 10. Baractaris. Oh, nice move. Shot. Flips through as Myers is able to scoop it up. Nice play by Madden Myers. She was exceptional in that game Saturday against St. Mary's. And here's an advance here for Nantucket. They had numbers initially, but unable to control. Johnson. Good little give and go. Out of play goes to Nantucket. So back into the game, number 6, Gabby Nikolova, as Luisa Benny trots off. Cannot wait to see this lefty on the lacrosse field coming up in the spring. But we've got some soccer to contend with here in the fall. She was a splash as a freshman. And now playing as a sophomore. Near interception there as Falmouth looks to cross it. Bouchard able to get a foot on it. Passes it forward to Nikolova. Nikolova tries to cross. And that goes through both players' legs, and it'll be Falmouth with a throw in here. Still 20 minutes left, so halfway through the first half. Falmouth getting some instructions from head coach Jenna Nolte. Whalers controlling. Here's Gross. Goes far side, right in front of us here to Bouchard. Little give and go along the sidelines. Gross is, just unable to get there in time to keep it in play. As you can hear, assistant coach Mary Ard saying, right idea. That was exactly that. Great opportunity, or nice try. When you can find number 23, Chelsea Gross, on the run, that's always a good play. Ball played to midfield, headed ahead. And Dylan Damian trying to get in the mix here. Bouchard unable to control, but she gets it back. Unable to get a clean kick on it. Heads up. Nice save by number 7 there, Mary Alice Siegert. Just into the game, no call there. And Gross able to get to it. Evades one, but out of play. It'll be Falmouth to throw it in. Still no score here. First half. A lot of time left, 18 minutes plus. Headed backwards by Bouchard to Escobar, who gets a little leg on it to play it out of harm's way initially. Stedman plays it up. Unable to keep possession was Nantucket. Here's an advance. Here's Johnson. She's got some space. Makes a move to get through one. Does so. Nicely played, but it'll be a Whaler throw-in along the far side. And good physical play by the Clippers there to get the ball far enough out. Lebrecht finds Gross. Gross gets a leg on it. Over the net. So 2 shots on goal unofficially for Nantucket. 1 for the Clippers. Here's Chelsea Gross once again. Steals it off the kick. Lebrecht unable to play to it. Nice play by the Whalers defender there. Molly Bedell gets in the way of that one as the advance came from number 10 once again, Ella B. I'm not going to mispronounce your last name over and over again. I think I've mentioned you 4 times and had 4 different pronunciations of your last name. I apologize. Ella B we'll just do. Lebrecht able to break it up here momentarily. Gross stays with it. And out of bounds, it'll be throw in for Nantucket. Bouchard hiding some sunshine, trying to get it to Gross. She gets to it, puts an advance. Here's Maya Johnson, unable to get to it cleanly. Harper Lebrecht. Nice spin by Chelsea. Gross puts a crossing pass in front. Goes all the way through. Good opportunity by the Whalers there. And they will give Nantucket a corner kick there. The ball goes through the inline. So another opportunity for Nantucket. Pretty sure it's Maya Johnson on the far side there kicking this one in. She spins it. Controlled by Nantucket, but quickly thwarted by the Falmouth defender. Kept in. Shot goes well wide of the net. Schroeder with a good leg on it. That's over the head and played forward. Whalers get to it. Schroeder plays it, looking for Harper Lebrecht. Nicely played to Bouchard, who boots it ahead wide of the net, and that'll go out of bounds for another free kick for Falmouth. And coming in, couple of players. Here's Emma Woodbury back into the game, and number 21, Amelia Fernandez, who again saw significant action on Saturday. It'll be Dylan Damon and a well-deserved rest for Maya Johnson, who always impresses with her extra efforts and hustle, as she had a couple of good runs down the far side of the field. Fernandez gets in the mix immediately, breaking up the pass. Good fresh legs out there from number 21, and Falmouth turns it over. Still no score here, approaching the 14-minute mark of the first half. Falmouth gets to it deep in their own side. And Whalers able to get a leg on it here. Fernandez just in for Maya Johnson, off her foot. So it'll be a throw in here for Falmouth, quickly tossed in as the Clippers look to advance. But again, Nantucket able to ward off and quickly get to it here. Oh, nice move to evade one. Gross tries to get over the head, and she gets to it, plays it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to the middle of the Falmouth defense, and she'll try and get to it here. Plays it up ahead. Chelsea Gross makes a move to the outside. Nice defense there by number 17, Crowell, to poke it away, but it'll be a Whalers throw-in. And that one's heading our way. It'll be another Whalers throw-in. They lose about 10 yards, maybe 15 yards on the defense. It'll be Bouchard to put it in here. As Lebrecht and Nikolova and Chelsea Gross double-teamed. We'll see who she tries to get it into. It'll be Gross looking for some space. Lebrecht plays it. And here's Woodbury crossing it over. Through the legs of the Falmouth player. She did not touch it, so it will be a throw-in for Falmouth. As we get a nice little breeze blowing through here from our right to left on the screen, but otherwise an absolutely gorgeous day here from the Nobe. And Bouchard gets to it first. Plays it up to Gross, who tries to nudge it to herself, but all the way back to Chabarbi, who scoops it up easily. And this one played on the ground, intercepted, and oh! Chabarbi had to make a diving save as Woodbury got to it first. Just a missed kick there. As once again, Maya Johnson quickly back into it. Fiona Sheehan in for Falmouth. Ruby Stedman will get a break. As Harper Lebrecht in on the corner here. She puts it in, twists it. Falmouth gets a leg on it initially. Gets Lebrecht and out of bounds. So the Whalers will get another opportunity here from the corner. This one a little higher up. All the way into the net. It'll be a free kick. No one touched it. So similar to, intercepted by Gross. She makes a move to the outside, gets to it. Chelsea Gross with some room. Shot is blocked, but it'll be another opportunity for the Whalers here on the corner. So that shot went into the net, but no one touched it. So it is no goal. Number 12, Gabrielle Bento in the game for Falmouth. The boys were the beneficiary of an own goal on Saturday that ended up being the game winner as the St. Mary's player headed it into his own net. If he didn't touch it, it would have been a free kick. So wise play there by the Falmouth defender to just let it go. Here is another corner opportunity for Nantucket. This one on the near side as we approach 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Nicely played inside. Falmouth defender gets to it first. Bouchard warded off there. Here's another crossing opportunity over the head. Fernandez pops it up into the air and behind the net. Good idea by Fernandez on the far side there. So another free kick here from the goal line. Fernandez was there, and apparently touched it, so Falmouth gets a throw in here. Again, Fernandez with some fresh legs able to disrupt that play as Falmouth turns it over. Maya Johnson along the side. Fernandez loses it momentarily, out of bounds. Another throw in for Nantucket along the far side. And we'll do that again. Third toss in here for the Whalers. Still no score here from the Nobe. That one will bounce right to Chabarbi. Nikolova with the Whalers' fourth shot on goal, albeit an easy save for Chabarbi as she tries to kick it into this wind, but ball just dies. Couple of headers. Here's Maya Johnson using the head. Chelsea Gross able to get to it. Poked away. It'll be another throw in here as Bouchard chases it down. Clock continuing to run, as you can see, under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Through a couple of Whalers, and here's it. Gets it to Gross, however. Chabarbi out of net! Nearly a costly error by Chabarbi, but the ball goes through, and it'll be a free kick for Falmouth. It's a quick kick, and Falmouth able to advance, but quickly intercepted. Nantucket chipped in. Schroeder unable to break it free. A whistle on Nantucket. It'll be Falmouth with a free kick. Nice play by Maya Johnson off the bounce. Here's Lebrecht. She'll cross it. Gross. Outside to Bouchard. Good advance by Emery Bouchard. Defense catches up. Whalers able to get to it. Bouchard. And it'll be a throw-in. Nicely done to gain possession there. We'll see if the Whalers can take advantage here. So Ben Louisa Benny back into the game for Nantucket. Let's see who comes off. It'll be Fernandez. Good impact. A couple of forced turnovers there by number 21 as Louisa Benny heads back in. Off the Falmouth player initially. Whalers able to get to it. Nikolova. Here's Bouchard. Lebrecht unable to get it past the defender. Nikolova will cross all the way over. Johnson now controls. Maya Johnson with a shot from well beyond the box. Goes wide. But as you could hear, Coach Lebrecht let her rip. She's got a green light from pretty much anywhere inside the offensive end. We're down to 4.5 left to play here in the first half. Nice defensive play there to intercept the ball, headed ahead. Again, the Whalers have controlled possession here. They have put the pressure on. Chelsea Gross able to battle 3 players, and it'll be a Whalers ball. I think it was a handball just outside. Here's going to be a direct kick just outside the box there. This is as good an opportunity as Nantucket has seen. They've already had 5 shots on goal unofficially. As it'll be Gross to put it in play here. She's got an opportunity well within her range. Jabarbi bouncing in net. Looking to gather any dictation of where it is. Gross. Shot scores! Chelsea Gross bends it in the corner and gets it past Jabarbi for the first goal of the game. Let's have a look at that beauty. Number 23. Bingo. 23. Perfectly placed around the defender and finds the far side corner. Whalers up 1-0 as Falmouth puts it in play. Goal comes at 2:59 of the first half. Left here in the first half. And out of bounds, the Whalers will get a throw-in. No, Falmouth with a throw-in here.
What number? Yeah. I don't know why I don't mess up. 21, 24. Here.
Falmouth puts it in here with a direct free kick. Myers gets her hands on it. Myers boots it straight up in the air, not very far. A couple of Falmouth players are there along with Chelsea Gross. Bouchard able to get to it. She chips it ahead. And Gross keeps it in play. She'll be the first to get to it. Already with a goal in the game. Chelsea Gross crosses it. Save, but out of bounds. So it'll be a Whalers corner. Great effort there by Bouchard to save it along the sidelines right in front of it. And Chelsea Gross ran it down, was able to get a shot on goal. 7th unofficial shot on goal here in the first half for the Whalers. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Corner comes in, and we'll do it again. That one goes all the way beyond the net.
On camera. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Just tell me to do it the first time.
They got a couple that went over the fence here. So the slight delay in getting another corner kick here to be Maya Johnson. And she bends it into the back of the net. So it'll be Jabarbi to put it in, or the Falmouth Clippers to put it in here as we are under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Whalers hold a 1-0 lead off a free kick from Chelsea Gross. She found the net. And here's Harper Lebrecht. Oh, nice move to gain possession. Johnson unable to get through the Falmouth defender there. And Falmouth able to advance it here. But it has been Nantucket with the majority of time of possession here. Far side here, that was played off of Gross, but kept into play. Bouchard advances. Crossed over across midfield, but nothing doing there for Falmouth. This one's bounding right towards us here, and we'll go out of bounds. Whalers to throw it in. Bouchard, once again, right to it. She's got Gross up ahead. Oh, unable to get it to her cleanly, but Gross finds a way to get possession and nearly Got it to Woodbury in the middle. Falmouth back the other way. Here's a good pass up ahead. Bouchard unable to get there. Escobar, shot goes wide. Oh, Whalers with good defense right in front of Myers in the net. Myers with the save. By far the best advance for Falmouth there, as they had a couple of players deep in the box. And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Whalers put up the lone goal on a free kick from number 23, Chelsea Gross. She was all over the field along with Maya Johnson as the Whalers controlled possession there in the first half. We'll show you a quick replay here of that final save from Myers as the scrum continued right in front of her. Falmouth able to get a good kick, and Myers in perfect position to save it, holding the score to 1-0. We'll be back here on the NSC and NCTV. We've got second half of action as the Clippers face your Whalers. Whalers up 1-0 at the half.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up. It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. It feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations. Maybe they can't make the event. And they still get to watch it and, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
the technology that we need is, you know, it's not cheap. You know, there are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, you know, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, you know, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
We're excited to take on soccer because it's coming. You know, we're there. We're ready for it. I want to welcome you back to the Nobe here. As you can see, the Whaler girls here still in their huddle here at the half. They hold a 1-0 lead, but as you just saw on your screen, today is the last day as we ask you, Whalers Nation, for your help financially. That is the QR code up on the screen. It is the last day of our snap raise. If you are fortunate enough to have your own business here on Nantucket, you do not need to do this snap raise. You can actually get a 501c3 business deduction, a tax-deductible donation to NCTV. But if you are an individual and enjoy what you are seeing, please, if you have the means to do so, grab that QR code on your phone or device and send us a little bit of here and there. It all helps. Every single penny goes directly to making our productions better, getting more students involved. We have 2 students on our cameras today. We had 3 students on cameras for Saturday. That's because we're able to do a class, a introductory to camera class. Sean Davis, one of our founding fathers of the Nantucket Sports Connection way back in the day, was able to teach that class and get a couple more kids here involved. And we are looking to take on more sports. You know, we haven't gotten over to the field hockey field yet. They're putting up a great season. Can't wait for maybe the playoffs. We can get to a game once again, as we were able to show their first ever home playoff victory last year. Thanks to 8 Arm Chef Services kind donation in kind. And you know, if you have the means, please, we do not ask necessarily for money all the time, and this is our only opportunity. It's the last day of our snap raise fundraiser, so if you can, jump on that QR code or find us at ournctv.org, or if you find me in the streets, I'm happy to talk to you about it. As we're always looking to make our productions better and involve more of the Nantucket High School students. We'll be back here in the NSC and NCTV with the second half. Whalers up 1-0.
Ideas are these teeny tiny seeds that are planted in the subconscious of our minds. They come from everywhere, right? They come from books and songs and dreams, conversation. Maybe some seeds have been with you since you were a child and they've been waiting to be watered, right? To be grown to the light. And over the 15 years that I've worked in the television and motion picture industry, one mantra has stayed with me since the beginning. And that is that to photograph means to print light. Right, and it's a process to print light. Filmmaking is a process. So let's just talk about that for like a minute.
Want to welcome you back to the Nobe here, the turf field out at Nobadeer Farm Road, as the Whalers look to put it in here, up 1-0 as we begin the second half of play. We got 40 minutes on the clock, Whalers Nation. Great goal by Chelsea Gross, number 23, one of the tri-captains, senior. And the Whalers will play it back. And we are underway here in the second half. Nice little give and go. Here's Woodbury. Lebrecht able to get to it as well. Well defended by Falmouth as they turn the tide here and quickly look to advance. This one played all the way into the box as Madden Myers comes out and will roll it ahead. And again, Falmouth able to get to it here. Little chip. Escobar able to get to it. Myers. Oh, collision. No whistle. As the Falmouth player goes down. Again, both players going for the ball. I don't think there was anything incidental there or purposeful, but Falmouth player down momentarily. The referee stopped play. We'll have to see what comes about. That was inside the box, so not sure what the call will be, but she will have to get some attention here. As you can see, Coach Nolte making her way out there. We'll take a break here in the NSC and NCTV as Tyler Konepka going to earn his keep here and see what's going on with the Falmouth player that's momentarily down. 1-0 Whalers here, just underway in the second half.
It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
We're back to live action here. As you can see, the Whalers able to get to it here and look to advance. It was number 10, Ella B. Again, I'm not going to mispronounce your name once again. But she walked off under her own power, seemed a little under duress. But here's Chelsea Gross with another opportunity. Crossing pass, broken up. Shavarby able to dive on it. Another good advance by the Whalers, quickly put in play as it was Woodbury looking to get a leg on it. Shavarby plays it ahead. Lebrecht able to get to it. And she's warded off. Whalers rewarded the ball, however. A little too aggressive by number 17, Heather Crowell. So Whalers get a kick here. Deep kick and wide of the net. That was Nikolova from deep. Johnson able to get to it. She tried to play it across. Nobody there for Nantucket. Chelsea Gross once again wins the ball. She's got an opportunity. Crossing pass. Intercepted. Good job there. Well positioned was Shavarby. High kick will bounce short of midfield. Actually, Lebrecht able to get to it. Nicely done. Here's Johnson. She'll make a run to the outside. Warded off momentarily. Johnson sticks with it. She takes one off the face. Still runs after it. And played out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Nantucket. Schroeder. Off Johnson's header. Played across. And Falmouth will look to get it out of harm's way. Whalers aggressive to the ball. Here's Lebrecht. Intercepted by Nikolova. She looks to cross it over to Gross off the foot. And it'll be a throw in for Falmouth. 1-0 Nantucket here. 4 minutes in to the second half. Good play by the Whalers defense there. Nikolova with a great play to gain possession. Here's Johnson. Looking. She's looking for Chelsea Gross on the cross. And it stays in play. Gross is there with some space. Makes a move, avoids one. Unable to get a clean leg on it and cleared out of harm's way by Falmouth. Nice play by the Falmouth defender. Chelsea Gross nearly got to that one. And Escobar able to get to it as Falmouth quickly got it up into the offensive end. Here's a cross pass, Lebrecht in the center. Able to get it over to Johnson. Johnson unable to get a clean advance. Good defense there by number 5, Addison Romberger. Escobar chips it to midfield as the Whalers are able to get back on defense. Here's an advance by Falmouth along the far side. Crossing pass in and well out of play as Madden Myers goes behind the net to grab it. She'll give it to Escobar, who will put it into play. Still 34 plus on the clock here in the second half. Whalers up 1-0. Escobar, header, goes to Lebrecht. Harper unable to get a clean leg on it as Johnson was there. Falmouth looking to advance, gets it up ahead. Oh, nice move to evade one. Myers gets a leg on it for the save. Scoops it up. Madden Myers. Great stuff. Keeps it a 1-0 game here for Nantucket as a fairly innocent play there suddenly got dangerous as number 11, Scarlett Oberton, able to get a shot on goal. Here's a throw in for Falmouth. Good defense by Nantucket. It'll be a throw in, however, for Falmouth. Whalers looking to avenge an off-island 2-1 loss to this same Falmouth team. That was the second game of the season, so a lot has changed since then. No whistle despite some contact. It'll be Schroeder trying to chase it down. Myers gets it and scoops it up. Cross goes over here. Johnson able to use her body. And she's got some space. Maya Johnson, number 9. Gets it over to Harper Lebrecht. Lebrecht with a little give and go right back to her. Double teamed and warded off there. Good job. That's a hold. Johnson gets to it. Oh, nearly. Able to fight her way. Great crossing pass. This one goes all the way to midfield. Bounces. Escobar plays it off the Falmouth defender, but here's an advance by the Clippers. They've got numbers. Nice defense by Bouchard. And again, physical play, but no whistle. But it'll be Whalers earning that free kick. Fiona Sheehan in for the Clippers. Free kick upcoming for Nantucket. Play it along the sidelines, looking for Johnson. Schroeder unable to play it cleanly, so Falmouth gets to it. Crossing pass. all the way through. It'll be a throw-in for the Whalers. One nothing Nantucket with the lead here. We are in the second half. About 9 minutes in.
Yes, don't leave that cup.
Falmouth able to be a little more aggressive here in the second half. The Whalers dominated possession and were able to find the net late in that first half. Take a 1-0 lead behind a free kick from Chelsea Gross as she battles along the far side here. It'll be a throw-in for Falmouth. Nikolova able to play it back to midfield, and Falmouth once again controls here. Maya Johnson gets a leg on it, but unable to disrupt. Here's once again the Whalers. Find number 11 behind the defense, Scarlett Oberton. She was onside as well. A couple of subs in here as Molly Bedell, number 14, and number 20, Louisa Benny. And as Coach Lebrecht will sub out for Fiona Keltz, number 13, and Gabby Nikolova, who comes up rubbing her leg. Once again, Falmouth able to get to it. Again, they have been the aggressor here in the second half. Here's Johnson. Unable to get it past the initial Falmouth player. Schroeder, good footwork, gets it up to Johnson. Maya Johnson with a good advance. Falmouth able to win the possession back. There's Benny. Chipped ahead, Chelsea Gross with some space. She'll be able to get to it. Far side of the field. Whalers looking to make something happen here. Gross gets a leg on it. Wide of the net, however. Sierra Johannan, another senior midi for Falmouth into the game. Ball played along the far side, off a Whaler foot, and out of bounds will be Falmouth to throw it in. And Nantucket with a late first half goal from Chelsea Gross, a free kick that she perfectly placed inside the far corner. Schroeder battling. Woodbury plays it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to get it in. Lebrecht there. Harper Lebrecht stays with it. She's got it. Warded off nicely, but she stays right with it. Woodbury gets to it, plays it out to Johnson on the far side, or near side, and Maya Johnson just ran out of steam. So it'll be a free kick upcoming for Falmouth. Johnson able to get to it. She makes a move to the outside and then switches it in. Left foot. Oh, nearly found the corner and misplayed momentarily by Chabarbi. So good job and great effort from number 9, Maya Johnson. And she gets to it again. Quickly played to Harper Lebrecht. Lebrecht looking for Gross. Nicely done. Chelsea Gross stays with it. Left-handed, left-footed, shot just a bit outside. And quickly played in as another sub for Falmouth, Mary Alice Seigert, into the game. I will be turning the broadcast over to Charles Douglas here shortly as my mini whaler has an open house that Daddy has to attend. So he will take over the coverage here shortly. I got a few more minutes here. Happy to at least see the Whalers score. And we'll hope that they can hang on here in the second half, up 1-0 as it's played out to midfield. Falmouth will get a throw in here. As again, they have been much more aggressive here in the second half, as the Whalers controlled time of possession in the first half and finally found the net 3 minutes, with 3 minutes left in the first half. Played along the sideline here. Falmouth able to get to it. Crossing pass tipped out of bounds, so it'll be a corner upcoming for the Clippers. Unofficially, I have the Whalers with 6 shots on goal. Falmouth with just 4. Actually, 7 shots on goal. 8 shots on goal, excuse me. Can't read my own math. Here's the corner kick. Spun in front. Headed in ahead. Scrum continues. Whalers in good position and holding. I think the call there is Maya Johnson had good position, and quickly getting back out of the play are the Falmouth Clippers to defend. Chipped ahead. Woodbury chases. Able to get to it, but kicks it out of bounds. And it'll be off the Falmouth player, however, so the Whalers get a throw in here. Nicely done. Good effort by number 28, Emma Woodbury, along the far sideline, able to gain a possession for Nantucket. Brecht puts it in, and all the way to the netminder, Chabarbi, as she easily scoops. Headed back in, nicely done. Here's Johnson, plays it over to Lebrecht, overruns it momentarily. Schroeder able to get to it, has Johnson. Here's Maya Johnson. Oh, blocked head. Chelsea Gross in the middle, or Emma Woodbury. I can't tell exactly by the numbers here. No, it was Chelsea Gross. And quickly up to midfield come the Clippers. Space along the far side. Defended well by Nantucket and slows up the play. Whalers able to recover. Johnson gets to it. Evades one. And gets it up to Chelsea Gross. Or Emma Woodbury, excuse me. Along the far side, chased down and running out of space are the Clippers. It'll be Whalers to put it in for a free kick, and Louisa Benny back into the game. Oh, no, excuse me, Dylan Damian back into the game, replacing Maya Johnson, who gets a well-deserved rest. Nope, she stays in. And it will be Woodbury coming off the field. One nothing Whalers here. Played about half of the second half here. I got about 8 minutes of game time here left. And I'll be turning it over to Sir Charles Douglas. We've officially knighted him here today. Whalers take over, and that'll be a throw in along the far side for Nantucket. And not many opportunities allowed by this Whalers defense. Just 4 shots on goal is what I have. Good footwork there along the sidelines, but unable to control it as Falmouth quickly goes back the other way. And they are able to save it. Oh, wait. Offside the call from well back. So Whalers will get it for the free kick. As you can hear, Coach Jenna Nolte, urgency as Falmouth unable to generate a whole lot of offense. Whalers with an 8-4 lead in shots on goal, but more importantly, a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard. Skylar Plurd able to get back there and force a corner kick, so another opportunity for Falmouth coming up here. See if Madden Myers and the Whalers defense can stop this advance and keep it a 1-0 game. Kick comes in, and nicely done by the Whalers defense there to get it out of harm's way momentarily. Back into that far side, as you can see, we are right into the sunshine looking here. Crossing pass goes all the way through. Myers with a save. Still loose. Blocked in front. Shot hits the post. Oh, wow. What action there by the Clippers as they are able to get 3 shots on goal. The final one hitting the side goal post. Benny gets to it on the sideline as the Whalers avoid a catastrophe. Benny with a steal. Here's Harper Lebrecht up ahead. She's got space. Number 7 advances. Shot. Save made. Oh, good try as she wiped her brow. So great action. End-to-end action here from the Nobe. Schroeder able to get to it. Unable to control. She'll retreat. Gets a piece of it. Good defense there by Bedell. Oh, beautiful. Great footwork. And here's Benny. Just getting it out of harm's way there as so Skylar Plurd once again able to get to it. She puts a crossing pass in. Escobar is there. And just cleared out. Here's Harper Lebrecht. Controls it, and she's got some space once again. Number 7 on the run. She hesitated momentarily and was unable to get to it, but Louisa Benny there to back her up. Benny puts a kick on it, and it will float to the goaltender Chabarbi. Madden Myers out of net, and she will scoop it and save it. So good job by Myers to get back as, again, Falmouth quickly turning defense into offense. Schroeder finds Benny along the sidelines right in front of us. Well defended and kept in play nicely by number 3 for Falmouth. That's Sierra Johannan. Oh, good defense by Nantucket there. Great footwork. Ruby Stedman with a great play. Here's Johnson. Oh, Harper Lebrecht nearly by herself. She'll feed it up for Johnson, who's got space. Maya Johnson. Shot. Oh, just misses the top corner. And I think we'll let Charles Douglas tag in here on that play as Maya Johnson nearly put the Whalers up 2-0. Once again, as always, thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. But Charles Douglas taking over the play-by-play here as Louisa Benny intercepts.
I guess that's my cue. Thank you, Chris Morris, for one heck of a broadcast once again. This is Charles Douglas, station manager for NCTV, doing less of a stellar job than the voice of the Whalers, but he's the father of four. I'm not. So he's got to go to an open house for his 5-year-old, and I'm going to keep our Whalers winning ways going here. We got about 15 minutes left in regulation, 1-0 Whalers, as number 28 about to bring us in. Emma Woodbury, who, of course, scored the winning goal yesterday, or rather back on Saturday versus St. Mary's. Since Chris didn't mention it, I want to let you know all your visuals brought to you today by these awesome NHS students. Santiago on camera 1 bringing you the close-ups, and Adriana Graham on camera 2. You might remember her from our off-island football game over in Brockton, where we saw the Whalers just squeak one by against Cardinal Spellman by a final score of 49-0. But we got a closer game here today. Falmouth Clippers trying to come back from a 1-0 deficit. Whalers not going to let that happen if they have anything to say about it. There goes Harper Lebrecht, co-captain. Down there at corner, it's going to be ruled out of bounds Whalers, so Clippers are going to field it down with the big boot from the goal box. Whalers there to try to intercept. Emma Woodbury moving forward. She passes it over. Harper back with it. Grace Schroeder there to support number 1. Falmouth head coach you're overhearing there, Jenna Nolte, getting increasingly frustrated by her team's lack of urgency. They need to put a point on the board in the next 12 minutes or so. As Mr. Morris mentioned, this is the final day of our Snap Raise fundraiser. QR code on screen for you just briefly while we're in between plays here. Snap that with your phone right now if you would, please. It is the final day for Snap Raise. You can find the link on our Instagram as well. Check us out, Sports Connection. Link is right there in our profile. And you can help us expand. More students on cameras and on the mic, frankly. It doesn't need to be me out here, that's for damn sure. We want to get more kids on cameras, more kids behind the mic, and more of our student athletes in front of the camera, more teams covered. We want to be out there not just for girls soccer, but for boys soccer, for girls field hockey. All of our awesome Whaler athletes deserve coverage, and we want to bring it to them. But unfortunately, it does take some moolah to keep this equipment operational. Madden Myers easily scoops that up and gets it back out to midfield. Whistle dead, however, and Falmouth regains possession. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the second half. Advancing. Chelsea Gross, the co-captain, number 23. Close one there, but Falmouth will regain the ball. Again, you're watching live Whaler soccer action from out here at the Nobe, as Chris has dubbed it today, as we were trading text messages on the way out to the field this afternoon. We were supposed to start at 3:30, but things seem to be on a different time zone out here in Nobadeer. But glad to be with you live on NCTV HD Channel 1072 and on YouTube, Nantucket Sports Connection. Madden Myers again, allowing 0 goals so far today. Only allowed 1 goal last time We were with this Whaler squad last Saturday when we upset the number 18 ranked St. Mary's Spartans. I was laid up with a fever that day, so sure glad that Frank Schott, our head of production over at NCTV, was able to swing into action, save the day. Had 3 cameras running. Santiago's running one of those, along with Pavlin Alexeyev running his first live broadcast camera. And who's the third camera on that? Was that Julie Pyers? Or no, she plays volleyball. Anyway, I'll come up with the name by the end of the broadcast. Maya Johnson trying to field it down from the mid-stripe. Julie Lemus. That was the third camera operator. Knew I'd figure it out eventually. Sun's starting to get low out here in Nantucket. We probably need to brighten our shots just a bit to compensate. And again, if you want to get involved as a student camera operator, we're looking to teach in our camera class. Sean Davis, who's the best darn wedding videographer on the island, and he should know. He just got married. Congratulations, Sean, and his lovely bride. He teaches the camera classes over at NCTV, so give us a ring or shoot me an email, Charles, at ournctv.org, and we'll get you set up. We also have a sports commentary class. If you want to get on the mic, that'll be coming up Thursday, October 9th. Chris Morris, the guy who is doing a better job than I'm doing, calling the game out here. He'll be teaching that class Thursday, 3 p.m., right after school at NCTV. We are right next to Sophie T's Pizza, and, well, might be some pizza involved if you show up for class. We'll see what happens. Again, less than 10 minutes left in the second half. Whalers up by just 1 goal, and they will have possession. We've got one heck of a haze going on. Reminds me of summers on the West Coast during a forest fire season. Nice semi-smoky haze. Not quite as orange as what I'm used to back in Oregon. Clippers regain possession, trying to shoot it into the danger zone in front of Madden Myers, but she's got sure hands and will field it down for the Whalers. Emma bringing it past the middle stripe and into the offensive end for Nantucket. Clippers quickly strip it away. Falmouth trying to make it a clean sweep of the Whalers. They won 2-1 on September 4th, the first road game of the season for the Whalers, only the third day of school for both squads. Though it's looking doubtful due to weather, officially the next game broadcast will be out here for will be in the NHS gym, John Daniel Gymnasium. We're supposed to have senior day with your Nantucket Whalers Girls Volleyball squad taking on Rising Tide, a team they beat on the road earlier this year. But we do have high winds forecast for tomorrow. You know, it is Nantucket. You blink and wait 5 seconds, the forecast will change, but right now, I'd say it's 50-50 whether that game goes off. But if it does, we'll be live around 3:45 tomorrow. DC Collins will be on the call for that with your Whalers versus Rising Tide. Falmouth will be seeing again Friday, not on the soccer pitch, but on the football field. We'll be on the road. That's right. Going to Falmouth Friday, going live at 3:30 p.m. for some football. Your 3-0 Whalers football squad taking on the Falmouth Clippers, who are, I think, something more like 0-3 so far this season. So it should be a good one. Live here on the NSC and NCTV. Victoria Chabari, the goalie with the number 1 jersey, gets it down to midfield for the Clippers, where a bit of a scrum has ensued. Clippers trying to advance, but with that kick. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second half, unless the refs have added on a bunch of time here. The folks in yellow do like to keep it a mystery as far as the clock, so your guess is as good as mine this late in the second half. Number 15, Allison Escobar, the senior, booting it downfield right towards our camera position. Ella Boyd manages to rescue it from a couple of Clippers there. Again, Charles Douglas here on the call. Station manager for NCTV, who usually does the directing and engineering, but I'm filling in so Chris Morris, your voice of the Whalers, can get over there for open house day for his 5-year-old, who I'm sure will be a future Whaler. And we got Santiago Oviedo on camera 1 to my left. Adriana Graham on camera 2 to my right. NHS Whalers sophomore and senior, respectively. Clippers and Whalers still battling back and forth midfield here. And looks like Clippers knock it out of bounds. Whalers possession. Whalers trying to knock it into the danger zone in front of the Falmouth goal. Out of bounds here on the near side, and it will be Clippers ball. Number 8, Maureen Lynn boots it up, one of the co-captains for the Clippers. Beautiful day, wind dying down out here at the Nobadeer Farm Field. Out of bounds right here in front of us. That's Coach Doug Lebrecht in the foreground, along with his assistant coaches Mary Ard and Boris Nikolov. Number 3, Sierra Yohanan inbounding for the Clippers. And right back out of bounds. Whaler ball now. There's number 1, Grace Schroeder in our close-up shot. Gonna toss it in. Oh. Kicking it hard, ladies. Just don't kick it against the cameras, please. Yeah, it keeps getting knocked out in the near side here. Clippers trying to make something happen. Only minutes remain here in the second half. Coach Lebrecht estimates 3 minutes. I'm just going to eavesdrop here from our director's chair. Co-captain Madden Myers inbounds for the Whalers.
Cannot make out the numbers in the glare as the sun sinks low out here on the island. Whalers trying to disrupt, just running up that clock. One more goal would be nice, though, to seal the deal. Still Whaler ball. Virginia Graham, number 24, knocks it back. Clippers come up with it and get it down on the offensive side. Couple of headers there. Allison Escobar trying to get out of danger. And goal kick. Doug Lebrecht telling his squad to move around, get open. As Escobar prepares to give it the boot out of the goal box. And I heard some whistles there. I see some players, see some coaches going on the field. I'm going to say this game's over. Your Nantucket Whalers prevail over the Falmouth Clippers by a final score of 1-0. Congratulations, the Whalers avenged that 2-1 loss off island back in September 4th. Great job to Doug Lebrecht, Mary Yard, Boris Nikolov, and their whole squad. And thanks to the Falmouth Clippers for making the trip over. Thanks to Ty, the athletic guy, for showing up today, for making sure our players are taped up and out on the field where they belong. Happy birthday to Travis Lombardi, our athletic director. I think belated. I think that might have been yesterday, but saw him celebrating with a beverage out there with Hank the Whaler downtown. So for all of us here at NCTV, again, that's Santiago Oviedo on camera 1, Adriana Graham on camera 2, and Chris Morris, your voice of the Whalers, doing a better job than I'm doing for most of this contest. This is Charles Douglas saying good night, Whaler Nation. Your final score 1-0 over the Falmouth Clippers. We'll be back with you maybe tomorrow for volleyball versus Rising Tide, but definitely on the road over there in Falmouth, live at 3:30 Friday as your football squad tries to go 4-0. Good night, Whalers Nation, here from the Nose.